Hey, so this video was recorded before my Song video where I showcased a loadout taking advantage of a quirk you can do with the 6 perk on the black metal weapons. It's insanely strong, it does millions of damage, and it's definitely a fun way to run this weapon. But as this video was recorded before that discovery, you're just going to get a couple of normal loadouts. It's still a pretty fun video, and I hope you enjoy. But if you want a video showcasing that loadout with the black drum, I probably will be covering that on the channel soon. I already recorded a blackout AR video, so if that's already live, I'll link it down below. But it's definitely something you should look forward to because it's insane. All right, we got a smasher. Got some wafers. I am ready to go. I'm going to do no war cry. I just want to show the weapon on its own. Oh my god. Welcome back, friends. Have you been opening Fortnite Mare's llamas? Have you been getting the black drum out of your llamas? Because you might not have known this, but this weapon's kind of insane. In my old top 10 video, I'll link it down below if you want to go see. I actually ranked the black drum number 6 in the entire game. I don't remember what I did for my new top 10 list, but I feel like this weapon is honestly just one of the sneakiest picks in the entire game. I don't even use it that often. It's a little tricky because its crowd clearing isn't insane. It's not the fastest firing weapon or anything crazy like that, but the damage is really good. This weapon is quite strong. So let's go over the black drum and kind of what's going on with it. Basically, it fires in bursts of 2, and it has that stunning or knocking back, reduces your health, and that extra explosion damage can be really, really nice. I prefer the new 6 perk, where you do extra damage against nature enemies. And considering that this weapon can only be 2 elements, fire or physical, and you typically want to have an element in the 160s, or the end game at least, fire is highly recommended for this weapon. So this 6 perk basically just gives it 44% bonus damage. That's it, straight up. You're not lowering your health or anything. And the perk options for this weapon are very good. You can run double crit rating. Well, you can do triple crit rating if you really want it, but I would not recommend that ever. 1 crit rating is more than enough. Double crit damage is super good, especially if you're running Totally Rockin' Out. And if you're watching these on stream, you can enjoy the madness. So link to that down below. Thank you, Nox, for the resub. But with this double crit damage loadout, you really want to take advantage out of it. So I am running Totally Rockin' Out, of course. I ran a poll on stream. I was wondering, do I want to run Totally Rockin' Out for the big damage, or do I want to run Blast in the Past just to show that this weapon doesn't need it? And everybody wants the big damage, of course. So we got Buckshot Raptor increasing the crit damage by a lot. Totally Rockin' Out, Battle Beat. We got Wafers. I'm not running Fumble this time because I kind of wanted to squeeze in explosive rounds. I've been on a Wukong kick. I don't know, especially since we're using a shotgun and we're gonna have to reload every 10 shots, but it shoots in pairs of 2, so basically every 5 shots. Extra explosion damage is going to be nice for crowd clearing. Then we got Shell Shock, which is funny because in my Pop Shot video, I actually forgot about Shrapnel Headhunter. Whoops. So link that video down below. I ran the reloading 15% instead. It's not a big deal, but definitely remember to bring Shell Shock this time around, and the 15% because we're going to be reloading quite often. So yeah, pretty standard shotgun build, and I think I'm just going to hop in game and check it out. Oh man, I'm already getting attacked by enemies. Haven't even had time to grab wafers. Watch how quickly it just annihilates enemies. It's not that impressive when they're all spread out like that, but this weapon hits like a truck. I'm hoping I can find some bigger targets because that's when this weapon will really shine. Oh, there we go. Nice little ride husky. There we go. I'm not getting lucky with my crits, but I promise. Oh my god. I promise this weapon could hit so freaking hard. Well, there we go. So we don't have, the greatest crowd clearing with this weapon, but like, it's kind of like shooting a tsunami through a crowd of enemies because it shoots in kind of a cone and double pumps every shot. Ba-boom, ba-boom. It's really quite strong. Oh, we got some enemies hanging out by spawn. Let's see what we can do here. It's so good. All right. So whenever we get that explosion damage, we should be able to thank Wukong for that. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that damage. It's just killing everything with absolute ease. And I'm also using a 144 copy. Thank you, Awalri. I don't have this weapon supercharged. I don't know if it's going to be my top pick to supercharge, but I do prefer weapons that are not going to be, multiple different elements. Like people wonder like, oh, why haven't I supercharged the Hemlock or something? And it's honestly because I don't want to supercharge like 4 copies. So yeah, I've been starting with weapons that I won't have tons of copies of. And this is just gorgeous. Getting trapped in a corner and easily being able to fight my way out of it. I'm looking at you, Mercury LMG video. That video was one of those situations where I got trapped in a corner and the weapon was insufficient to get me out of it. So yeah. Oh look, a big enemy. Let's see what we can do. Wafer popped, and if he didn't get knocked back, he would have died right away. What is that crit damage? Like the stats on this weapon are nuts. We're critting more than 60% of the time because it's totally rocking out. And it only says 64,000 damage. But when we're critting for, what's it, 545%, That is, what, 6 times damage? So we're basically hitting for like 500,000 per shot. This weapon can do like a million if it's critting well. And it is super nice. And I'm wondering if that damage is per pellet, because it looks like we're getting bigger numbers than that. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it's so strong. It's so good. Oh my god. All right, we got a smasher. Got some wafers. I am ready to go. I'm going to do no war cry. Just want to show the weapon on its own. Oh my god. It killed it so fast. That is what I'm talking about. That was a 160 smasher. It's only going to take maybe one more shot with a power level 250. This weapon hits like a truck. This is what I'm talking about. I cannot wait to find more targets. So this is kind of a good showcase here of how it deals with crowds of enemies, because it shoots in kind of a spray, as you can see. It's a lot less focused. You can see it does a lot better. It's significantly more proficient against a single target, but because it sprays in kind of a cone, you can hit a lot of targets at once. Like I said earlier, crowd clearing is not that amazing, but it's also not that bad either. So you might want to run this with like a rocket launcher or something. I mean, if you're running in a nature zone, a jackal launcher would be a fantastic pairing. In fact, as I mentioned it, I think I'm just going to do that. If you guys haven't seen the jackal launcher video, by the way, link to that down below. Super fun showcase on just how awesome that weapon can be. So it is another one of those wasting my ammo videos because I'm running it as my primary weapon. I'm just kind of hoping Wukong's gonna kick in and save me. Oh, okay. It kicks in the last target. All right. But using that weapon as a primary was surprisingly proficient. Like the jackal launcher is a lot better than you might think. Not that this is a jackal launcher showcase, but I still wanted to give it some credit. Oh my goodness, this weapon! Everything dies so quickly. I cannot wait for the defense. I hope we get lots of smashers. Lots and lots of smashers. Yes, I came all the way up here just to bully a mist monster. Goodbye. Oh, they don't take fall damage anymore. Boo. Frost Knight 2018 ruined it. That's so unfortunate. That's okay. We'll just take out our sniper real quick and deal with it. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. All right, all right. You can die too. The knockback on this thing is crazy. Woo! Look at that. We got another mist monster. Let's see. No war cry. Oh my god. This is so much. Is that 800,000 damage on that crit? Holy crap. So much damage. I love it. I love this weapon so much. I need to use this weapon more often. Like, whenever there's a nature zone, I feel like the black drum is probably a pretty good pick. Goodness gracious. That was a nice little jump shot, huh? Yeah? Good job, beast. All right, the defense has begun. I'm still tearing up tracks, hoping I can get just a few more wafers. I think 15 should be fine. Battle Beat should be activating most of the time. All right, here we go. 250 power. Oh my god. It's so much damage. Holy shit. That was 2 of them. 2 mist monsters like it was nothing. You just send everything flying back. I love that these higher power level zombies actually have enough health to survive the initial hits and just get sent flying. I'm not usually a fan of impact. I'd rather keep the enemies right in front of my face so that I can do more damage, but yeah. I was hoping to mantle up, but this is actually great for just sending enemies away from the base. Just get them out of here. Send them away. Don't want to deal with them. I'm hoping my teammates will save me any smashers that we get, because I really want to show what this weapon is capable of. Are these smashers over here? The health bars seem to be high enough. There we go. A bit of a weak smasher, but still, I mean, quickly dispatched of. Just easy. Just easy. I know, my health. There we go. Quick save. Got it. All right. I'm going to have to pop a war cry here at some point. Got to see how much damage you can really do. Because this is what I don't like about knockback. You just get so far back that the range decrease really kicks in and makes it impossible to deal with. Oh my god, I'm being stubborn. How am I not dead? This game is being really weird. What the hell is going on? I don't know what is happening, but I'm hoping it stops happening. So Wukong is not... Oh my god. This game is really weird. That might have been me, but I was just getting knocked around randomly. Either way, this is where a nice little jackal launcher can come into play. That plus Wukong just deletes an entire crowd. Nothing to it. I want to bully these smashers again, but they're really getting dealt with these traps really well. Look at that. It's very reliant on the crits. So if you're not critting, it can be very, very lackluster. But here we go. All right. Pop the wafer. Nature. 44% extra damage. Oh my gosh. Almost 1 meg. Even getting knocked around with like suboptimal positioning. That is some good damage. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I kind of want to run this with a Blast from the Past build after this. That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. Only 5 seconds left on the timer. I hope we get some more smashers next time, because I feel like I didn't get to bully nearly as many of the big boys. This is so fun. I love it. All right, wave 2 is begun. We have a few flingers going on this time, but I also put down some Sin Electric Fields just so that I could actually be able to do some extra damage. Get Totally Rocking Out active a little bit more. In fact, that's something I probably should have mentioned sooner. This build, this weapon would be doing a lot more damage if I had prepped some traps in advance. I kind of just let my teammates deal with it, but without even realizing that if I'm not getting trap kills, then Totally Rocking Out's not always there, and that is adding a lot of crit rating, critting a lot more often, which turns into a lot more damage. So kind of a fun thing. Other than Rock and Riff, Totally Rocking Out actually doesn't buff your damage in any way. All the Rockin' heroes have Rock and Riff, which is basically the same thing as a team perk, and that can buff your damage, or is supposed to. I've heard it's bugged, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's interesting to think about the Totally Rockin' Out team perk. All it does is buff your crit rating, so you crit more often. Kind of interesting. Looks like there aren't a lot of big targets. What do we got? Ooh. Oh, right as I say that. Nature mini boss. Here we go. This is exactly what I was waiting for. Oh, he's a healer. That's not good. And I don't want to die while I'm shooting him. Seems like my health is completely fine. Also, you can hold down the trigger. I completely forgot about that. That is a big chunky mini boss. It's not exactly a tank mini boss, but he is not going down nearly as much as I would have hoped. Kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. Although with Totally Rocking Out active, we were back to doing a ton of damage. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, no, I probably should have been using Totally Rocking Out. That probably would have added a little bit more damage. Also, all the traps that I put down to activate Totally Rocking Out had completely blown out. So that was definitely my bad. That mini boss should have died twice as fast as it did, but I think we all got the point. The Black Drum. If you have been getting this from your llamas and have been ignoring it, I recommend trying it out. I'm trying not to die here. It's a little quirky, like I've been showing. Sometimes if it doesn't crit, it can really, really let you down. And the range is super bad, which is why I don't think it's like one of the top 10 best weapons anymore. However, it is not to be forgotten about, because it is definitely... God damn, it broke immediately. These throwing thoughts are just trolling me. Also, that bug right there. Did you see that? It did 0 damage when I was running at it. I'm just going to blame that one on Fortnite. And I've long considered that with the Black Drum and the Double Boiler. Those are 2 weapons where sometimes their bullets just don't do damage. If anybody else has experienced this kind of glitch, let me know, because I feel like it severely limits these weapons that are very strong, but sometimes just don't work. Yeah, and then while I'm reading chat, I'm also dying because there's a lot of emojis going on. Not usually a fan of that, but, you know, chat's being a little weird today. If you guys want to follow, Twitch link down below. Highly recommended. I appreciate it. And this is where I record all my fun 160s, so yeah, that's definitely something that you can check out if you want. But with 40 seconds left on the timer, no damage on the van, I think we're completely fine. I'm probably going to throw down some drones, make this... make this a little bit easier. I just scared myself because I don't know if that was my hair or whatever, but it looked like somebody was walking into my room, and I'm almost sure that it wasn't. It makes me want to get up and see if somebody's poking around the corner, because it's weird. It's almost like somebody poked their head in and then just poked their head back out, and I'm convinced there's a ghost in my room, so wish me luck, everybody. Man, I should have used this war cry more often. I feel like I should run this loadout again, because I've been considering for a while a situation where I run an encore. So some loadouts in this game, especially like the hacksaw build, is where I originally got this idea, was so fun and so powerful that when I watched the video back, I honestly just felt like I did more. So I kind of want to set up a Blast from the Past build and just run this again. I think I'm gonna do it. All right, not going to spend too much time on the loadout, but same weapon, but a different layout. So we got Shrapnel Headhunter in the lead this time, so I'm not as reliant on crits. Got the Blast from the Past. Got Saurian Hide, Saurian Might, just so we have more armor, so we don't die as often. Got Saurian Might for more damage. Coconuts to stay alive, and it does more damage than Locked and Reloaded. Got Critical Blast again in support instead of the lead. Then we got Explosive Rounds, because I think it's fun, and yeah, let's hop in a game. Alright, we got a nice little mist monster we can bully. Get the coconut going, and even with Blast from the Past, it's dying super fast. Most of the reason it's alive right now is because I was missing my shots, and because of the last game I mentioned where it doesn't always seem like the weapon's actually doing damage. I don't know why that is, but either way, it's plenty strong even without totally rocking out. Oh, and Gucci's bullying a smasher. I love it. I don't want to pop a war cry because I want this weapon to be kind of on its own merit, but look at that. It doesn't exactly have the big crits of totally rocking out, but even still, this weapon is nutty strong. And with Blast from the Past, I'll be much more capable of staying alive, doing a lot more consistently in my game here, and yeah. So I think that's definitely a good little intro for Blast from the Past. Let's kind of just get the mission started. All right, the defense begins. This is kind of fun. I've never done this before. I'm gonna call this like an encore, you know? Whenever I'm running a loadout where I think it's cool enough to showcase again, I think I'm gonna do it again. You guys can let me know what you think. It would allow me to create, you know, longer videos with, you know, more gameplay in them, so some of you might really appreciate this. But even if you don't appreciate it, you can always just, I don't know, watch the first part. But look at that. Again, not the big crits totally rocking out, but still pretty good, you know, consistent, good damage output, even without that bonus is really cool. And like I said, totally rocking out doesn't even necessarily give you more damage, it just crits more often. Let's do a war cry for this one. Oh, you can't shoot when you're falling down like that. I saw that smasher behind me. Okay, I'm gonna need some, yeah, teammates are helping a lot here. Oh my gosh, I have to actually pay attention. All right, big targets are taken out easily. This is where Wukong is going to come into play big time here. Just that extra explosion. Oh yeah, clearing them up. No problem. No problem. Maybe if Gucci or whoever's running that bow wants to focus on the throwing thoughts, that'd be helpful. But I think we're going to be completely fine. Smasher, once again. So, a lot of my damage is coming from that 44%, but even without it, still pretty good. About 400,000, a little less on the crits there. Maybe more if I hit a headshot. Oh, and then that impact just sends them flying. Super good. You can just get above them, impact, knock them down. No problem. Nothing to it. These enemies are going to take a lot of attention. I feel like this slope could use a few more traps. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of tire traps on that. 1 and 2. It's not going to help against the smasher that's off to the side, but actually, never mind. This has been completely fine. That's half of its health with, yeah. 1 magazine, which is not the most, but as I mentioned, even with the totally rocking out part of this video, this weapon is highly dependent on critting, especially when you're running double crit damage with crit rating. That means 3 of my perks are completely useless if I'm not hitting crits, and crit rating is solely there to help me crit more often, which is why I ran Shrapnel Headhunter in the lead. I'm not going to crit as hard, but I am going to do more consistent damage, which is very important. That's why I've always ran Shrapnel Headhunter in the lead. A lot of people ask me. She is technically less overall DPS in general, but it's just a lot more consistent gameplay, and both are completely fine. As long as you're using one, you should always be using the other regardless. So Shrapnel Headhunter and Buckshot are your 2 shotgun heroes. They should always be paired together. Just like Rescue Trooper Ramirez and Sledgehammer, they should always be paired together. But this first wave went completely super easy. This is gonna be no problem. Wave 2 is gonna be a breeze. You know, if this were like a funny TV show, I'd cut to me struggling with another smasher, but I'm just gonna show you the whole thing. All right, round 2 has begun. Are we gonna get flingers again this time? Pretty sure the jackal launcher is sufficient in one-shotting the nurses. Oh, maybe I just crit on that shot, but either way, it's definitely going to be a solid pick. This is a great... I love this defense. You know, it's just supposed to be a black drum showcase, but tires are so satisfying to use. They're so fun. Oh, man. I love it so much. Okay, where is that smasher going? What does he have in mind? I can't reach. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. He's going all the way around the outside. I don't know what the plan is. I don't want to waste a war cry on this one target, but I don't even think I'm going to need it. Look at that. Get a couple of nice crits. Take it out, no problem. Bit of a clunky weapon to use. Every time I shoot this weapon, I feel like I'm never really sure if I'm even shooting in the right spot. Oh my god. Is he AFK? He's just standing there watching them break in. I think he took a second. Maybe he thought I was trying to show the weapon, but I guess I am, but I don't like to fail these missions. I am actually doing my 10 160s this week in this video right now, so I'm not exactly trying to just get gameplay at all costs, but I do want that loot. I will be greedy. There we go, there we go, there we go. Get it all up, navigate all the enemies. Alright, good. Alright, sweet. Alright, see, this is where a war cry would be very helpful. That would help me and my team. Woo! Knocked him out super, super comfortably. Oh god. Okay, that's difficult. I'm gonna let them deal with that. Throw a couple of drones. Get the walls back in place. Be super greedy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's a lot more casual on the second part, you know? This is just me playing the game. But this is basically what I foretold. I knew I'd say this next wave is gonna be easy. Glitch, or not glitch, but jinx it right away. Did I just eat 2 coconuts? I looked at it as 7, and I don't think it went down, so I'm going to assume that I didn't eat too many coconuts and just hope that I got the right amount. I'm gonna head out in advance and just work on the smasher, because you know how much I like to bully smashers. With a weapon this strong, it's very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. And you know, this actually makes me realize I haven't done a Huskbuster or Ground Pounder video yet. I've covered the Helium Shotgun, the Stalwart Squire, all these weird picks. Link to those down below. But like, I haven't actually done a video just showcasing the Ground Pounder or the Huskbuster. And both of those are 2 shotguns I talk about all the time because they're just that good. So maybe it's time for that, you know? Maybe it's time. But they're not like event weapons or anything, so it's not always obvious when to make a video like that. What was that? Rocket launchers. Even the deatomizer just sometimes doesn't work. I don't really know why. It's just a bug that's been in the game for a while. And that's the same bug that I figure might be affecting these shotguns. I'm not really sure. Double boiler is going to be the same deal, where when I run that weapon, I'm pretty sure sometimes it just doesn't shoot. No idea. No idea, but this isn't information I haven't already shared, so you guys can let me know in the comments. All right, here we go. Warcry pop. Hopefully that's going to make up for the damage that I'm not doing with the 44% gun. It's kind of a double-edged thing, where like losing your health can be good for that extra damage, but it works on every target. And the 44%, while being amazing, is only against the nature enemies. So it's kind of weird, where against the physical targets, you're just not getting all of that damage, and it goes a long way. This is why I've been recommending launchers, by the way, for shielders. Cuts right through them. You can kill 2 at once. Highly recommended. Seems as though the Jackal launcher with fire is just shy of one-shotting those nurses. I've been using Santa's Little Helper to pretty great effectiveness, where you can one-shot nurses. Super, super useful in taking care of them. And, oh, love it, love it, love it. Hope you guys enjoyed the extra long video. I'm not sure if the Black Drum was the most deserving weapon for this, but either way, it's a super awesome weapon, so I'd say it's good enough. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. See you guys in the next one, and yeah, take it easy. And then